Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It's me, your best friend,
Chrono JJ with the Challengers League. It's the Chaos Division Week 4 between Dobr, the young Russian,
and Odinking, the Brit. Now, should be a good matchup. Dobr is 2-1. Odinking 1-2. He needs a win. Dobr also needs to win one of his last 2 games to make the playoffs. And next week, he plays me. So he probably better win this game. Just saying. Which makes it a little more interesting for me because this is kind of like a scouting report as well. Like, what should I do against Dobr, the Russian? Now, you guys can't see him, but also with me, my favorite New Zealand, in fact, the only one I think I know, except for Jolly Man, but I don't like him, is Wizsanji, the fellow old boy who's actually not old. So Wizsanji is going to do a duo cast with me. We're hoping this works out great. So, Wiz, you got anything to say?
No. Excited for the game.
Oh, yes. Not really. I kind of dragged him into this. But yeah, it's Dobr versus Odinking. Dobr, I don't know. I think this is a close match. I think either could win. It just depends on what Odinking shows up. Sometimes he shows up and he's good. Sometimes he shows up and it's like it's a different person. But Odinking picked game 1, which is Lumber Camp. He picked that ahead of time. So how about we just dive in, shall we? And get the fun going. So this is the first time I'm doing a kind of a duo cast on my end. So we've got it up in the Discord. So should be okay. And are you with me, Wiz?
I sure am. I'm wondering what gods Odinking's gonna go. I'd assume he's probably going to go Kronos if he goes
I think so.
Lumber Camp.
Yes. And if anyone in chat is there should be. Let me know if the volume for Wizsanji needs to go up, and I will put him up. But anyway, let's get right into game number 1, Odinking versus Dobr on Lumber Camp. And you're right. Kronos on Lumber Camp against Dobr, who's Ra. I think Dobr, Have you ever known Dobr to play anything other than Ra?
I've never seen him play anything other than Ra, no.
So,
yeah, me neither. So I think he's a Ra main, pure Ra main. And we've got Lumber Camp here. With Dobr in our top right, he's the red, he's the Ra. So red for Ra, that's easy for me. And then blue for Kronos. Also easy for me. And Kronos versus Ra on Lumber Camp. Now, I have some thoughts on this. Wiz, what is your thought about this matchup on Lumber Camp?
So, my initial 2 thoughts is I don't like either player placing their docks like that. I want to see them place it to the side because you can get more fish than if you place it directly in the middle there. And the other thought is I'm not actually sure if Kronos counters that hard on this matchup just because Ra can dock spam pretty easily. On this map.
Yeah, in fact, speaking of that, for some reason, he's building his second dock right away. There's a little bit, I guess maybe it's because he's scared of a deconstruct? So
I'd assume that would be the reason.
So actually, if the deconstruct comes in, his second dock is much better placed than his first. So we'll see if the deconstruct comes in. Yes, it does. So I like it. And in the end, that was a good move for Dobr. Anyway, for Odinking, he kind of wasted a deconstruct. Okay, Running Coyote says he can barely hear you. So let me turn Wizsanji up all the way to 150%.
Ooh, exciting. Hello. Can you hear me now?
Maybe. I mean, I can hear you. We'll see. Let me know. I turned him up. The other thing, I do agree with you about the dock, especially for the Kronos, because contrary to popular belief, I think most people think you can't time shift docks. Well, you can. They just, when you time shift it, it has to be facing the same way that it's already built. So he's never going to be able to time shift this anywhere useful. But if he places it on the side, he could time shift his dock all the way to like right here. Now, maybe he'll make his second dock like that, and it won't be as much of a big deal. But that's I see. Now, you said you weren't sure if Kronos countered Ra here. I think it's a good map for Kronos.
I think it's probably like still doable for Kronos. My only fear would be if the Ra player can get like four or five docks up. It's gonna be kind of hard to, even if you get ships up, you're probably not gonna be able to really push him off water because he can just garrison and ungarrison really easily.
Right.
Because it's so short.
But my thinking is if he has to build like 4 or 5 docks, that's a lot of docks for 8 fish. And
that's true.
I think then the Kronos can just transition to land and then just boom while the Ra will be behind because of all this resources he's put into docks, as we see now a 3rd dock getting placed for Dobr. And
yeah.
Odinking going for the 4 minute advance, it looks like. Yep. He's up at 4:05. He'll be hitting age 2, so he definitely going for an aggressive push. He needs to time shift his temple.
Yeah, I like the idea. I guess if you are gonna hard commit to winning water here, you need to up really fast. Oh, he's not gonna time shift.
He moved.
That's actually really bad.
It is. He moved his oracles, so he can't time shift his dock anymore, or his temple anymore. Oh, and see, look at this. Odinking, he's picking Kronos. He must not know that you can time shift docks.
Yeah, that is possible. What I do like, though, at the very least, is he's going to get a hero villager out of this Valor.
Yeah.
That's the only upside here.
That's useful. Now he's time shifting with the dock line of sight, but you'd like to get your temple right on top.
It's not going to place in time.
I think it will.
Promethean. Well, it's going to spawn on the other side.
No, I think it's in time. We'll see who was right. I think it's in time. We'll see. It's close. Oh yeah, I'm right. You're wrong. Ha! Score 1 for the dad.
Okay. I blame the lower quality on my end. That's obviously it.
But yeah, I mean now in the fog of war. Meanwhile, look at all these docks that Dobr has played. He's got 5 docks. Like now he's building a 6.
I almost think it's worth it to just make like 3 biremes and grab a 2nd town center.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
I think you're ever gonna push him off of water with this many docks.
No. Yeah, what I would do is the Kronos at this point is I would just send all my units into his town. Just try to idle like wood or something, and then just grab a town center with my villager. Because yeah, you're right. The biremes any more than 3 or 4 is going to be useless. Now he sees he sees all 6 now.
Yeah, holy moly.
So yeah, he should stop. The auto queue should turn off, and he did. He just turned off the auto queue for his biremes. Now he's making more fishing ships. But yep. I think these units here should just run to the base.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think it's better to just harass the gold.
Yeah, gold or wood or something, because, I mean, by the time he gets through these hundreds of docks, I mean, it's going to be too late. Now, let's see what Dobr's doing on his end. He is making cabinets. Let's see if I'm him. I mean, I guess you got to make just a few cabinets to kill the oracles, but... Oh, shifting sands.
Oh,
shifting
that
the
actually
units in. All 6 of them.
I'm surprised that was able to shift 3 Promethean. You would have thought it was enough HP, but I guess not.
It would have depended on which units it technically grabbed first. And that's all of the units, and the Promethean's just kind of suiciding against the Pharaoh. And not a single unit escaped. All 3 oracles, all 3 Prometheans. That's value there. What Odinking should have done, he ran the wrong way. He should have just ran left. Instead, he tried to run down. But yeah, that kills the push.
I think this reinforces the idea of going a 2nd a 2nd town center instead, because I feel like he's really far behind now. He's lost a lot of units. He's invested a lot of gold. Like all that gold Dobr invested into docks, he just lost in Promethean.
Yeah.
So they're kind of even in that now.
Yeah, and he didn't need to lose those units the way he did either. Just could have fought a little better. Because yeah, he's still going in at this dock here. I mean, he's still pumping biremes, and yeah, I think this is a strategical error from Odinking. Now, it is forcing Dobr to also make boats, but I think that's better for him.
Yeah, I think this is a really good spot for Dobr, actually. Could you check if Odinking's producing villagers? I'm not sure if he has enough fishing ships to make Murmillo and villagers.
Let's see. He
Okay,
is
no.
now. Here comes the deconstruct in on the dock up there. I mean, I guess he might push Dobr back to just 2 fish. Despite all of this, I don't know if that should be happening. Like, I feel like Dobr should...
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to. Dobr's going to just be able to defend. He's got enough docks to spam out. And the thing is, even if he loses water, as long as he transitions well into a 2TC rain, I think he's still fine.
Right. And the question is, how many fishing spots total? There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, it looks like. Looks like there's 14. There's 6 per player. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. No, there's 16. Yeah, it's 8 per player. Sorry, that took a long time. But here's another fight here over the the boats. And, I mean, this just keep going on and on. But I feel like Dobr, I don't know. He seems like a little behind from where he should be, too.
I think he's lost a lot of free ships from Miss Micro. If you saw there, he was fighting with half his ships in the back, and he was also kind of fighting away from his double dock.
Yeah, he was a little forward. I think this is now a good fight for Dobr now that he's under his docks.
Yeah.
And he's just got to get on these. I mean, he's going to lose that dock. Oh, he stopped with 13 hit points left.
No.
Oh, man. And here comes the attempt. Yeah, these Byreams need to come in and stop that dock from being rebuilt. 13 hit points. Just target it with your boats or something. Oh, just go in. He has to see it's almost dead. All right. Now, Dobr doesn't have enough cabinets. What is it? 9 to 12 and only 1 dock. Oh, he's not going to see that villager?
No, I think he scouts it here.
He scouts it. Yep, he sees it. Oh, shooting at the fishing ship, though. You don't want to do that. Now, I think Dobr's got enough units to defend this.
Yeah.
Actually. Now, Odin
I'd
King...
like to see...
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go. I was going to say, I'd like to see Dobr look to grab a second TC.
He should have by now.
He only has 2 ships. He's only like fighting for 2 fishing spots right now.
Yes, he should have grabbed... Me as a Ra, I would have probably just given up on water like 2 minutes ago. Because it's just not... Yeah, he's spending all these resources for legit 2 fishing spots right now. And
does either player have Persine yet?
No for Odinking and no for Dobr.
Yeah.
And Odinking did stop making Murmillo. He only made like those 2. So that's okay for him. Eco upgrades, he's got pickaxe. Still auto queuing. I mean, this is the biggest boat fight for like 6 extra spots you'll ever see.
Yeah, I feel like both players are kind of overvaluing water right now. Especially Dobr. I really don't know why he's committing so hard to this. I think Odinking's already made so many ships. If you just went 2TC, you could have gotten a pretty nice rain in.
Dobr's had, I think, a lot of idle time. Because he only has 1 on food and then 2 fishing ships. I think he's floating. I think he's been idle for a long time for his town center.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Still fighting over these 2 spots here is Dobr. And Odinking is going a little too far in. Now. Like, this is way too far. He stayed here way too long.
I mean, he's going to lose. He's actually losing water now, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Although it isn't a forward dock here. So maybe he can...
he must not know he can time shift docks.
Yeah, I'm guessing so. I'm really, really surprised neither player is grabbing a second town center. It's almost insane to me that they're fighting so hard for this low amount of fish.
Well, look at Dobr's, economy. He's got 900 gold, 70 wood, and 50 food. Like, properly managed, he would be at 2 town centers by now. We still see this matchless fight. Oh, this is entertaining me. Now, he does finally have more on food to keep the constant vill production. For some reason, he's got 3 villagers idle right next to his gold. They've been idle for a while.
Yeah, not ideal.
No. And we still have this. This might be the push that... Oh, I don't know. I guess he's chasing now. I mean, but look how low hit points. Dobr has like 3 boats that are just ready just to immediately die.
Actually, maybe you're right. Maybe this is the final push. I wonder if either of them have got fishing upgrade for these fish that they are. If he's still no fishing upgrade from. Yep.
No. And now Odinking running his. I think he's trying to get his Prometheans on the dock on the other side. Or maybe he's just going to attack a tower. And oh wow, Dobr does not have Monument to the Villagers up yet. That's pretty big because that means rain is still a long way away. Because he can't get shit.
Yeah.
Still, those 3 villagers idle right next to his gold. Oh, well, the Prometheans are trying to kill a little pharaoh. Nope, not today. We do finally have Odinking at the 12-minute mark, just starting his town center. Pharaoh is chasing these Promethean across the map.
I'd like to see Odinking get some land army. Even if he, at this point, the raw player's been on 2 fish for so long. All you need to do is deny second gold mine and you've won. You don't even need to keep fighting water here.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, Dobr, I don't know what's going on. Like, he's got this armory that's not finished. He's got this monument that's just sitting there.
He's been focusing too much on water micro.
For 2 votes. Oh, man. So, yeah,
I think this has always been Dobr's problem as a player in general, is he's really good when he gets to do his thing with the 2TC tie and just like when he's in his comfort zone, when he's in the raw comfort zone. But he struggles a lot against maps like these or things that aren't super standard raw play.
Wait, you know what? Alejandro, he's paying more attention than we are. Dobr used rain to block deconstruct like 10 minutes ago.
Oh no. He's not wrong.
Why would you do that?
Wow.
I can't believe I missed that. It must have just sailed right over my head. That's why I'm in the basement. I can't tell when it's raining or not. But I don't know why you would do that. But good point, Alejandro, and thanks for not saying it in such a way that makes me look really stupid. We see now the town center grab for Dobr. He's actually started way later, but got it built before Atlantean did, as we still have this this water battle raging for like the smallest water you'll ever see people fight so hard over. And now Dobr is all on these boar here. It's a lot of boar.
Yeah, I mean, if Dobr gets to just freely mine gold, then it's actually not that bad for him.
He's got a wall coming up here.
Hopefully the bear doesn't kill the villager there.
I'm looking forward to that. You'll have to remind me.
Yep.
You'll have to remind me. And oh, the monument to villagers is done. Dobr's economy not looking too great. Odinking not good either.
It's just all in ships.
Yeah.
it's 4 docks.
It's like a Metit game, except it's not Metit.
It's like a Metit game, except they're playing for 5 fish and 2 fish on each side.
Yeah,
instead of like 9 to 12 fish each side.
Yeah, and Odinking, he don't even have all his fish. Like he's got one.
No.
Oh no, there's one here. He's not using these. And,
I bet neither player still doesn't have fishing upgrade either. So it's
well, Dobr shouldn't get it. But
well, Dobr's still defending water, so
Dobr doesn't have hand axe either, or hunting dogs. And ooh, again we have the idle villager problem here. Yeah, hand axe That's a must get as Egyptian.
I think it's just a must get in general on water maps.
Yeah.
Is to try to get that as soon as possible. Especially if you're actually going to fight water this hard.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot of boats still fighting. This fight has been going on for 10 minutes now. Man, I love it. What kind of relics we got anyway? We got the Ankh of Ra, free 2.4 favor a minute, and then the other one is a Mithril Horseshoes, which that is good for Ra. But I don't think he's gonna get it. Now we do have Odinking at 3 town centers, and he's kind of getting quite the score lead. I think just because he's ahead in Vills.
Yeah, I think he's just ahead in economy in general.
Right, because
Like, this boat fight is really not, like we said, it's for 2 fishing ships. It's not really benefiting
Dobr at all.
Red at all anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dobr's...
Yeah, well, finally, Odinking has occupied all of the fishing spots now, and he has purse sign. So, yeah, I mean, right now, Odinking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 fishing ships to Dobr's 2. And Dobr, as we've seen, has not a good economy. I mean, only pickaxe. Doesn't have hunting dogs. Already used his rain. He's not empowering his gold mine. And yeah, Alejandro, that's what I'm thinking. They must believe somehow this is Mediterranean. Now, Dobr actually has the fishing numbers now. He could maybe win a fight if they just all fought. Like, he's got some docks. 2 of them are shooting at the dock. 2 of the boats are shooting at the dock.
Oh, it's a good pull.
That was a good pull there. But
I don't know. I don't think you can actually outmass Odinking significantly enough to win water back. And even if you did, it's not like you can kill his docks either.
No.
This is so insane. They really want water.
I like it. And we got some
Oh,
Mermillos
it's entertaining.
showing up again. This isn't quite what I expected when I saw Lumber Camp. It is like a legit Mediterranean, just not. But picking off, I mean, again, this isn't super. I mean, Odinking, he's still throwing like tons of resources into this.
Yeah. I'd say it's a mistake, which it is, but I also think Dobr's also throwing in a lot of resources to keep defending as well. So
Yeah. Diet. It is diet Mediterranean. You're right. Skinny Medit. You're right. I think let's see if Dobr is he still making boats? No, he stopped making boats finally. Do we have hunting dogs yet? No.
I mean, at this point, the boar's almost finished. You're probably better off getting Shadoof and...
Yeah, I mean,
Rain
you
with
don't
the farm
have
for a
rain
cup.
anyway. And that's GG right there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was when he was down to 1 dock. That was the breaking point.
Or maybe
on
Old
water.
King aging up.
That could also be it. He's like, oh no, he has the myth unit on water. I can't win water anymore. It's over.
Man.
Rig.
I mean,
What a battle.
it was a battle for the water. I mean, Old King, I mean, we'll just take a look at the economy here. Wow, like you can see. Look at Dobr's villager count here.
Yeah.
Like
it's-
he's barely going
stagnant
up
for-
at all. Like you could tell he's idle town center. I mean, in a span of 6, he went up 3 villagers in a span of 4 minutes. So he had a pretty severe food issue there for the longest time. I mean, yeah, look. Oof. That's not food coming in. And I can't believe I missed it. He used rain at 4 minutes. Which, because of when Deconstruct was used, Deconstruct wasn't even available then.
Maybe he still thinks... Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Has the rain bug been patched out? Or the rain that gives 50%
Yes.
wood gather rate?
Yes.
Right, so maybe he doesn't know that, and he used rain for the wood gather rate. That would be
maybe.
my only other thought, because I remember seeing the deconstruct go down, so I was like, obviously he wouldn't rain to block it if it's already gone down.
Yeah.
So that's the only other explanation, really.
I don't know. Weird. Yeah, that was something. All right, well, let's just move on to game number 2 here. And we'll see what happens here. So game number 2 will be Dobr's home map. So we'll see. I'm expecting something much more normal for Ra. I don't know if it would be like an Oasis. I think maybe he'd be scared of an Uranos on an Oasis, but I think he'll pick Oasis. Let's see.
Yeah.
No.
Anatolia. Okay.
Anatolia. Odin versus Ra and Anatolia. Dobbers are Ra for red, or red for Ra, however you want to say it. And then Odinking is switched over to Odin. Now, when Odinking played Anatolia against me, he went Thor, which I guess kind of plays pretty similarly to Odin. And his strategy used, I don't know if you saw the game, Wiz, it was kind of weird. It was like he wanted to do a 1 town center early age 3 push, but then didn't. And then just kind of did a 1 town center reg, and it was... I like the strategy for me, because I thought was pretty easy to beat. So, but I don't know if you'll do it again. I don't know why you would do that. The 1 town center into a semi-quick reg isn't the way to win here. Now
you want a 2 TC if you want to rag, right?
Yes, for sure. Now, what do you think as far as what's your opinion on the matchup here? What God's favor do you think?
Well, I mean, I think Egyptian in general on this map is just really strong, but I don't think Odin. It's not like against Isis. I think it is pretty winnable for the Odin player, basically because it's going to be hard for the Ra to get out to the second gold mine. If you can get that heroic age frost and stop the mid go on the second gold, you're golden in this matchup, I think. But I would probably slightly favor the Ra.
Yeah, I'd agree. I think the Ra is slightly better, but it's not by much. I think it's pretty close. Because actually, for me as a Ra player here, I'm scared of the 2 town center Ragnarok, where the Odin player will grab an early town center, but then still fight in the middle for heroic, and just waste my time, use a frost or something to slow me down, and then he's getting up mythic before I am as the Ra player. And then this is a map that's pretty easy to gold block, because there's no side gold at all. So that's what I think is the best strategy. What counters that, though, is some good early raids in heroic age by the Ra player, and a good Locust, which you can get against a 2 town center Norse, because the villagers have to be somewhere. So I think actually this hinges on a strong Locust, the effectiveness of it. Now,
It'll also be interesting.
Sorry, go ahead. Nope. You up, man.
Okay. Right. I was just gonna say it'd be interesting to see how hard both players go for water. If Odinking contests hard at all, I'm assuming he won't. I'm assuming he'll make a couple of ships and then kind of just be more on the defensive for heroic age, because I just don't see an Odin player ever pushing Ra off water here. So
what you could do, a little bit more wild, is like a Heimdall Nord. And
that would be fun.
Wipe the docks off. You don't even necessarily need a Heimdall, but if you actually build a forward temple and go Nord, you can clear out the docks so fast. It's just then you don't have a frost, which that's pretty big, because so then you're kind of trading that 40-second frost, which is kind of like a ceasefire but better, for winning a side of the water, and I don't know if that's worth it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you think that you're gonna be able to boom hard enough on water, to make up for it, like in terms of rag units, then maybe. But I don't know. I feel like recently people have been using Frost a lot better. Like people have realized that you use Frost in both the villagers and the army. And if you have idle, like 15 idle villagers trying to put up a mid-gull or on a mining camp, and you're losing your production and army during the frost, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, a frost on a forward Migdal here is huge. Now, I'm thinking we're seeing a fast heroic for Odinking because his age up is super slow, and he is doing a forward temple.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
What do I think about a forward temple? Ridu's got a question in chat. Forward temple, Heimdall, Walking Woods, Hillfort, Rush. I think it can prevent the gold mine, but I think as a Ra in that situation, I'd just stay in my base and go Mythic. And then Osiris. Like, I don't think that strat can push through the Ra base. At least not if the Ra properly plays. I think you can defend it. It gets you map control for sure. But it's at the sacrifice of probably water. Or at least you're not going to win water. And you don't get a frost then. So it can work. I think if the Ra player doesn't respond properly. I mean, what do you think? The aggressive Wiz, the aggressive.
If it work, I think the only time it works like super effectively is if the Ra player is not expecting it. Like if you can maybe rush the TC down before he gets heroic, that'd be pretty huge. Or otherwise, if you're just gonna defend the sec, yeah, I mean, that is the thing. I think players are so good against these type of rushes now that you can just defend it with like, you just make like 3 more priests in your pharaoh, and you're normally okay. But I mean, there's potential to it if the Ra player's not prepared. And like we know against Dobr so far, is Dobr doesn't do as well against unconventional strategies or strategies that he doesn't see as much. He's really good against standard play and struggles a bit more on these unique maps or against unique strategies.
Yeah, seems like it anyway. Now, I'm seeing an immediate town center from Odinking with a lot of walls. So, tells me we're seeing a 2 town center rag.
Yeah, it seems like it.
There's no warboats, just a few on the bottom, I guess, as Dobr's coming forward with the cabinets. I'm actually a little bit surprised he advanced so slowly at Odinking. He probably could have advanced a little bit quicker and gotten the town center a little bit faster. This Sphinx. It's batting away at the wolf there. It's actually kind of annoying.
I wonder how much wolf damage this wolf's gonna get in. Looks like almost nothing.
Man, so far it's done like 40 damage. Look at it go. Send a Herseer over. There you go. Yeah, the walls, I don't know why. You're right, Redo. I don't know if maybe Odinking hadn't had this one scouted. Uh-oh, he's going to lose his old Sark. I don't know why he wouldn't wall up here to get that gold mine. I don't know if he will, if he's just doing a quick rag with two gold mines in the base. I don't know if he would quite need that, but we'll see, I guess. This one's pretty good as well. What rate does Dobr have? Usually about 1850 on Vubli.
I think at the moment he's currently sitting at 1900 points, but I think his overall rate is probably closer to the 1850, 1800.
Yeah.
So what would you respond here? If you saw the Odinking grabbing a second town center like this, what's your thought? What's your thought process here?
Well, it's what I'm scared of. It's the semi-quick rag. I think you have to go quick heroic, which this is probably slower than what it should be. and then do one town center quick siege push with a rock drop on the rock dropping siege towers on the town center.
I wonder. So Dobber's again made quite a lot of ships, like actually a significantly higher amount of ships than Odinking has. Although Odinking has lost control of water on the bottom, like he's not fishing.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this amount of ships is actually going to pay off, or if Odinking's just going to be able to chill and then eventually on garrison. Because, like you said, this is delaying his heroic quite significantly.
Right.
And if he needs to make a push happen to stop the rag, these extra ships aren't going to really do that.
It just depends if the resources, the lack of food slows Odinking down a lot. It could be worth it. I'm actually surprised Odinking kind of lost his control on water so easily. Because, I mean, it's always defender's advantage. You don't need a ton of resources to defend this.
Oh.
Which now he should win
Stop.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, oof. Oof. A lot of Cabinets down.
Ooh, it's a bad trade. That's always the scary thing about sending your ships all the way behind the two docks, is that you can't really return them the same way if you can pop ships out like that.
No. What you do there is you only send one back there. The others stay forward. Now, Odinking should probably stop. If he's going for a semi-quick rag, he should stop the... this is now too many boats for him. All he needs to do is just sit and defend on the bottom. So the auto queue should turn off. Now he's got to watch out. This rock flying in. There could be some pretty massive locusts now. I don't know where Dobr's sending this rock, because it's...
I think he's looking for the gold mines, but he should know it's 2 gold mines, and it's not run out yet.
Yeah.
The thing is, like you were saying, Odinking is grouping his villagers quite hard.
Yes.
So it's going to be a huge locust.
Right here could be massive. Well, the gold mine, that gold mine is now done. Yeah,
I hope he uses it on the gatherers and not the dwarves, if he does see them here, because the gatherers are going to die a lot easier than the dwarves will, especially because he doesn't really have the units to kill the dwarves after the locust.
Yeah, so Dobr, he should be... You need to run right into the base right away. So, oh, where does he locust? You know it's coming.
Oh, no.
This would be a good one here. Use it.
Yeah, use it.
They're all pushed up against the trees, too. Oh,
no.
Man. They're a little bit
rough.
escaping. A little bit. Now, what he didn't know is that it would have actually been a lot better on the Woodvilles down there. But the camels actually turned and fought the ox cart.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
No.
But I'm glad he used it on the gatherers, though. I see a lot of the times that people use locusts on dwarves, and then they complain about not killing any villagers.
Well, dwarves have more HP.
Yeah, exactly. So if there's this many gatherers grouped up, like he essentially has just as many gatherers as dwarves in groups, then you just go for the gatherers.
Ooh, Odinking lost all of his warboats on the top, going way too deep. Does he have per sign? He does. Odinking's economy seems behind what it should be. Like, I don't know. To me, he should be aging by now, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised that he isn't, actually.
I mean, he is
And he's
aging, I
making
guess.
Ulfsarks. I'm really not sure what these Ulfsarks are for.
They'll die.
Yeah, they seem completely useless here, to be honest. Like, did you make 10 Ulfsarks to deal with 3 camels, or what was the reasoning behind the Ulfsarks?
Not a
Because
good
they're not
one.
going to kill the Sphinx, and they're probably not going to kill the chariot archers that are going to come in a second.
No, I think Odinking has kind of badly misplayed this. It's like he should be up. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm not enough of a Norse player to know. He's got to do like a Panic Frost now on like 6 units.
And the difference is this isn't catching any gold villagers either. Like, he wasn't the aggressor. Not that there was many gold villagers on the gold mine at the moment, but
I don't know. It seems like they're getting the town center right away. That's fine, but I don't know. It just seems like maybe the play is to go heavy on water if you're Dobr and push the boats off of water, because it's kind of put a utter. I mean, we got Odinking farming at 12 minutes.
Yeah,
We've got all this food right here.
That's what I was thinking. When he was getting pushed off of water, I was like, you should just get hunting dogs and quickly go gather those deer and boar with all your wood villagers.
Yeah, I mean, he's
You
got
don't
3
really
boar
need to...
right here.
Yeah, yeah.
You can even see it on this 480 pixel screen share.
Yeah, my favorite part is when Ridu's talking about, oh, look at the score difference or something. Like, it's bad news when the Norse is ahead in score, or the Eggy's ahead in score. I can't even see what the score is. I don't even know what the players' names are with the quality I'm watching right now, but...
But you can see that red is on top of blue.
Exactly. I could see the shape of the elephants, and that's all I need to know. I am very confused about this Ulfsark army. I won't lie to you.
Yeah, here comes the Eclipse in on one frozen Sphinx.
One frozen Sphinx, one... this is a weird eclipse. I won't lie.
Yeah, he probably could have waited until he was actually, like, forward. I mean, it'll give the Petsucho superpower. I mean, 82 attack.
If it attacks.
Right, if it attacks anything, that's the
There
problem.
we go.
The Ulfsarks will get in on this. There's just not enough, like, actual army yet from Dobr.
So, yeah, so... again, another reason why I'd almost prefer to see Raiding Cavalry is Raiding Cavalry get bonus against Siege Towers. Ulfsarks don't. Like,
Right.
Ulfsarks are surprisingly slow at killing Siege Towers.
Right. Oh, you got the Mercs here, so I guess that's good enough for an army.
The Egyptian special.
So in the end, it will clean up here. And, yeah, the Mercs coming from this forward town center here. That'll prevent it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just seems like Odinking just isn't where he should be. And now, I mean, now there's no way he's back. He comes back in this game. Like it's
No.
it's over.
I even if he somehow managed to get Mythic and get Rag, I don't think Rag is gonna be able to win him the game here.
It's over. I mean, in the end, Dobr maybe, I don't know. I'd say, like you, I would have agreed he attacked a little bit too much on the water, but I mean, I guess you can't argue with results. And
So, well, my argument would be, well, I mean, I guess you can't, but I would say that the big reason it worked so well is because after Dobr made that many ships on water, for some reason Odinking decided to match him and make just as many ships, and he also didn't switch wood villagers onto food.
right.
So I think if he just switched the wood villagers onto food instead of making those extra ships, and then just on garrison when Dobr naturally lost the ships to Dockfire,
Yeah.
it would have probably been a little bit better.
And there's the GG right there. Yeah, no, yeah, I think you're right. Because, yeah, you can just sit on your docks for a couple minutes. A minute. And then make the cabinets run away, and then you can fish again. Like, that's what I would do here. Even as, like, an Egyptian. And you could sit in your dock and make the enemy overproduce, and then you aren't making any warboats. And even if you have an idle villager, or idle fishing ship, think of it this way. For every boat you don't make that he does, you saved 150 resources.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Let's take a look at the post-game and see what the difference is here. Like, yeah, I mean, Dobr will be a little bit ahead in villagers. But, yeah, he's actually... Yeah, I think this shows it here where Odinking's ahead in resources, but it didn't seem like it, and I think that's because he was just putting so much into boats that he didn't need to make.
I think it's like he's ahead in resources, but the resources are in the wrong areas, right? Like he's ahead because he probably has significantly more wood because he's been gathering so much extra wood.
Yeah, wood is way ahead.
To food. Yeah. See, that's where the economy difference is he had, I think he had, at one point, I mean, it's hard to tell on 180p, but I think he had like 20 gatherers on wood where he definitely could have switched to food at that point.
And he's behind on the food gather rate. Yeah, I agree. I think he fought, I think Odinking fought too hard on water, which then worked really well for Dobr. So
yeah.
Well, we're going to a game 3. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. I'm almost surprised Odinking didn't run back his Kronos because it works so well on the I don't know if it actually works so well. But it did work for him on the lumber camp map.
I guess the only scare is that you got your Kronos, your fat villagers got to run so far. But yeah, why not? You know?
You could essentially do the same thing on this
Mm-hmm.
map. You just give one side of the water though, and fight hard for the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah, I think it would still be in Ra's favor. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's just easier to execute the Kronos one. Although to be fair, I think Atlantean have to play pretty much perfectly against a good like a good Egyptian player on this map to win.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't win both sides of the water. If you do win, yeah, you just outplayed them so much. But
Yeah.
all right, game number 3 will be on. Oh, I forget now. Was it Ghost Lake? Now that's a good map to have a game 3 on.
Exciting.
And this is very important for both players. Odinking, he needs to win to stay alive for the playoffs, for the Challengers promotion to champion. Because if he loses, he'll be 1-3, and that's out. Dobr, he also needs to win, because if he loses his last 2 matches, which it's this one and then next week's, then he's also out. So, or most likely. So this is an important game 3 right here for both players. It is Ghost Lake. Let's oh, did I update the scorecard? Oh, I did. All right. Awesome. All right, we'll just keep plugging along here. Game number 3. Kronos versus Ra on a Ghost Lake with a 3-boar spawn. We've got Dobr as the red Ra again on the right side of the map. Odinking as Kronos on the left. Now, what does this tell you right here?
I'm liking it already. I think he's gonna crush, or I think you can crush here because Dobr has a really bad gold mine. But it would be weird to do a 4-minute up instead of a. I mean, I guess it's not awful
that
gold
bad.
mine, but if you can kill the tower in time, I think you can gold star from here because it's a 1 gold mine spawn. I think that was Odenking's thought process. He's like, it's 1 gold mine spawn, I can gold star, and he just went for it.
And we do know from what we've seen is I think Dobr might have a bit of a tough time with some early pressure. We'll see what happens. But based on where his oracles are going and the fact that there is no eco guild for a 3-boar starting spawn, I'm almost guaranteed this is going to be a crush, which I like it. This is old school. You don't see very many crushes these days, but man, I remember the old days, the good old days. We're talking back in 2004 when you had Troy BR crushing every single game. And I remember some games he just absolutely pasted me. And then the crush just kind of eventually went away, and you don't see it very often, but I still think it works in some situations.
I think the crush kind of the same way pre-siege. Well, I mean, nerfs also happened, which kind of hurt pre-siege. But I think people just got better at defending against the crush.
I
so
think,
Kronos
yeah.
players stopped doing it.
Yeah, but I think now you're kind of at the point where you're getting to a generation of players who
Have never seen it.
have not faced it because it's not been in so long. So Pineapple Express, he even has a question. What is the crush? See, this is what I mean. Nobody knows. The crush just means pure villagers for the Kronos, as we're seeing here. No eco guild, nothing, and advancing as soon as you can. So you're hitting classical age at about 335. You'll time shift the temple forward. I don't know why he's double building it here.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's not efficient. I also don't know why he's splitting up his goats. It would be crazy for the Ra player to walk his pharaoh forward this early and shift goats.
So yeah, now you'll have idle town center time for about 10 seconds.
Okay, he walked all the way to that goat instead of going to a nearby one.
And then it's a little bit slower than what it should be.
Oh no, he's got to go to another board.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was because this citizen had to walk to that other, or he should have just had a goat ready. He could have been. This is what going to be a.
Did he?
A 340.
Did he lose that oracle there? On the bottom? Did he lose the oracle?
No, he's still there. Can't you tell?
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. I just saw the oracle lose line of sight there, and I was a bit worried for him.
Now the bad thing is, he doesn't have good line of sight of where to shift his temple, And
He
that's
also doesn't know where the gold mine is, I
no,
think.
that's what I mean. Is he has no idea where the gold mine is. So this is just going to be a pure guess, and he's on the wrong side. But yeah, crush. It's not crash. It's crush. Krush. Kronos Rush. And we'll see it here. If you've never seen it, this is it. So then it'll be Valor on the oracles. You should get focus.
He's getting focus. Nice, he is.
Which improves your hero oracles. And then he's going to just rush in with a few Prometheans. Probably follow this up with a... it looks like probably 2 counter barracks based on his... Oh. Probably a counter barracks or 2. And now he's going to come in. Yeah, he's out of position, though. Time is everything here, and he's so far away from attacking.
If I was Dobr, I would not be that scared if I see the oracles come for this side, because that means he has no idea where the gold mine is, and you should be fine here.
Yeah,
I know it's not going to happen, but how fun would it have been if Dobr villager rushed him while getting crushed?
It works.
I know. I've played a game. Probably my favorite game I've ever played was against Hell's Ravage, and that happened.
I think the Sphinx might come in yet. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, it's gonna come in time, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, it will.
Oh no!
No
It didn't.
way.
That had to have been so close because there is like a 2-second delay from when you advance to when and then he builds the other temple and it's not even coming out.
Oh, that's so tragic.
Now here's the bad thing though, as Ridu also mentioned in chat, and it is important. Where are the defensive walls for Dobr here? You do need to start like walling off. Otherwise, the Kronos is just going to come running right around. Like, there needs to be a wall here and over. How you play as Kronos? Well, you don't go, or as Ra against Crush. Well, one thing is you don't go Bast.
You don't go too. My favorite is he built that monument late. He built that monument after he saw the 330 advance. And he's like, I need a second monument here.
Yes,
which is insane to me.
You don't go Bast. What you need.
I do like the Pharaoh Ford though to harass the villagers.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really you actually have a hard time building your 7th villager or your 6th villager, sorry, as the Kronos player. You will barely have enough food. So if you get harassment off, you're actually delaying the Kronos economy quite a lot.
Yeah, because
but you
also
shouldn't lose the Pharaoh.
No. The Pharaoh should shoot at this Terma here. Oh, the Pharaoh's just probably gonna go down. Like it's almost worth it to shift these oracles and Terma to your base, but well, you can't. He went Bast. Never mind.
Yeah, that's another reason why I think Crush is a lot less potent nowadays. Is people will just build a box and then just shift your initial units into the box, and your Crush is pretty pretty weak after that.
Yeah, because watch out for your priest here. I don't know why Odinking is going so hard on these towers, because these 2 forward towers don't protect anything. Well, actually, the 3. He killed the 1, 2, and now almost the 3rd tower, but those aren't the towers you want to attack and kill. Like,
no.
Like, they protect nothing, so you might as well just let them sit, because who cares? Like, this is the important tower here, and he's not put any pressure on it. Now, here's the problem. Now, this is why I say you don't go Bast, is because against any sort of decent crush, you should be forced into your base, which I guess he's not quite. Which means he's happily hunting,
gathering boar.
Yeah. What that means is typically you're going to have to transition to early farms, and then the big fight will be over your 2nd gold mine. If you survive the first push, then the fight is over your 2nd gold mine. And by having expensive farms, your gold mine runs out faster. And the Wadjet is also super good in defense. Like, Wadjet against Kronos or a non-Iranos are really good. Because the Terma can't dodge their fire. We see all these Prometheans running amok amongst the villagers.
He's only going to kill 1 villager, though.
Yeah, he should have killed 2.
Yeah, he wasn't focusing down 1 villager at a time. He was kind of just hitting random villagers, and I think that's why it survived. Can you check if he's built an eco guild yet to see if he's grabbing some eco upgrades?
He's building it now. He's also building a town center.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. The crush honestly didn't really do too much damage, or not as much as you would have liked for the Kronos player here.
Actually, the greater damage is going past. That's done more damage. That's done more damage than the crush. Because the farms are so like I'm honestly not even really sure why. If you've got all these goats, oh, he just hunt deleted.
Goats. Yeah,
he hunt deleted a goat. Oh no. Yeah, like what see, there's decisions to be made here as the raw player. When I see the second town center go up,
yeah. So are you? I'm gonna try read your mind here. Are you thinking go segment and just scarab rush the Kronos here? Because you've already got the doubler monuments to afford scarabs.
No. I would go up. I'd do one town center heroic and just raid with chariots and cav. Because again, Kronos, the units are so slow. They can't keep up with chariot and archer raid. And then I don't know. Reader says he's playing for Son of Osiris. That could be it. I don't like that. But he does have... I mean, the one thing going Bass, though, does give you, if you save your Eclipse, for when you have your free Heroic Age God Myth unit and your free Mythic Myth unit, along with the Son of Osiris, it basically... Those four things can basically eliminate an entire Classical Age Kronos army. Eclipse, Myth units, and Son of Osiris. So
that is true.
I don't know. I mean, he is going up. Yeah, he'll be up one town center. Heroic here. He did remember to build his armory. But yeah, I don't think...
It is the segment.
As the Kronos here, I don't think you do a crush into a town center like this. Rang the town bell for some reason. And he's going segment.
Yep. Maybe he could be doing a mix where he just jumps straight Mythic and tries to do a segment push with Osiris as well.
He could.
Which I think
that
is
works.
Probably a bit better.
Yeah.
I think you could probably crush this, but if you're going to crush, you needed to send your oracles and to scout his base.
Yes.
Like pretty much immediately.
Yes.
And I think that was Odinking's biggest mistake.
Yes. The crush could have done damage, but instead he got distracted by these towers that protected nothing. And like he could have idled all of these hunt villagers, like so much. I mean, he never idled them at all. Like he could have. Instead, he did kind of nothing with the crush. And then so I guess what he felt like, because he wasn't getting any value from his crush, he had to just take a town center. Because yeah, if you don't do anything with your crush and you stick to it, then you just lose. But yeah, okay, here's the market. Redo's right. He's going straight Mythic. Now that can work, especially because Odinking, I feel, he didn't do any damage with the crush. He has no eco upgrades other than hunting dogs. His economy is pretty awful. He is going up Hyperion.
See, but you can't if he times it right, he can just eclipse before the chaos can come down.
Yes.
As long as he doesn't walk into line of sight. And right now, his army, I don't know how we could kill the Son of Osiris at all here.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have an army.
Yeah, exactly. He's got like 4 units.
The person who's talking is Wizsanji, who is a fellow old boy, though he's not actually old. He's like 10 or something like that.
You need to.
12 tomorrow, actually, but you know.
So he's going to sell... Oh, he's making barracks.
You think he's going to try to do some spearmen with it?
Yeah. I don't know
I
if
don't
he
hate
goes
it.
spears, though. I mean, he's doesn't have a lot of gold. But I guess here's the problem, though. If you do go Migdol against Hyperion here, and you don't get Eclipse out before Chaos, you're losing a myth unit and 3 Migdol units, and that's pretty expensive. I mean, because the gold is at a premium if you're Dobr.
Yeah, I actually don't mind the barracks units here. I think it's probably better to get army out as fast as possible to make the push work, rather than try to go mid-goal first.
I don't think you make slingers though, because
No,
your son of Osiris is killing this Herma anyway. You make spearmen because what you need is some sort of meat shield. Yeah, you're right, OG. Nenny Jay, this is a slow heroic or mythic here, given the fact that Odinking didn't do a ton of damage. But it's close here. This game can go either way. Odinking's going heroic himself. That, to me, is not the play.
I mean, you have to defend the push, right? And I don't know what god power you could get. Maybe he thinks if he can implode, but I don't think you're going to get implode in time. So he early chaos. That's pretty smart. I like that.
Where did he chaos?
I think he caught a.
He did.
He got a scarab.
He did get a scarab, but no units though. No human units. Scarab just get destroyed.
I mean, killing a scarab isn't too bad there, even if it's just the scarab, because you need the scarab for siege, right?
Yeah, but I think the Mythic Age is a huge mistake for Odin.
I agree. I don't know how
it doesn't give you anything.
Everything. Yeah, before the Son of Osiris is just gonna walk over him before he can really do much with Mythic. What god is he upping through? I can't really tell.
Atlas.
Atlas. Okay, so it is gonna be the implode. Maybe he thinks with implode he can do it, but I mean, you're gonna have Eclipse, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, depends if this
is taking his time.
He is. I mean, you gotta know. I mean, if like I see this tiny army here, I'm going as fast as I can because to me, this tells me that for whatever reason unknown to me, the Kronos is going mythic.
No, he's chasing the army around. This is.
Oh, he's getting his scarab in. Yeah.
I'd send the Sphinx too. I don't really think you need the myth units to the fight. He's got so many heroes anyway. I would just send the Sphinx and the Scarab over there.
Yeah, here comes the Eclipse, and this town center will go down. Just one Scarab. I mean, you got a hero villager. You got the slow units here.
The other Scarab is chasing army.
I don't.
Yeah, I really think you need to send all your myth units to the top there and just kill those town centers.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even pathing. He's not even pathing his Sphinx, right? They're not even attacking. They're not attacking anything because they're targeting like a unit here. So the town center goes down.
This is such a waste, though. He's chasing this instead of going aggressive. Like, I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, and like, I mean, if you chase, it's okay as long as like your Sphinx are doing damage, but like you can run around because the Sphinx gets super speed. We're looking at 7.42 speed. They can run around and surround, but he missed it. Now they're going forward. It's a little late here. I think he's trying to go on the main town center. So we have Atlas up. We've got the implode. These units should not turn around or just get destroyed by Osiris. And the Sphinx coming back now, but now they're all by themselves. Now you turn and fight this. Take a shot. Yeah, there you go.
And here comes the implode.
I don't know if you implode this, though. I think you wait.
I think the
oh, okay, it's coming.
I think you could implode now.
It does get the Osiris alone.
Exactly. And if you can isolate the Son of Osiris with your Cantarius, you can kill it.
Because this is good. No, you're right. You're right. This Osiris will be by himself. He's pretty much going to be the only thing that's going to survive the implode. So now send your units in. It's done sucking up. Send them in. Send them in. You got the Osiris. No, come on. You got to go.
Block it. Separate the Cantarius. Go. Separate the Cantarius.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no.
You got to get him. You got to. Although he's running the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going.
Like, you have to know, once the implode stops sucking units in, it won't start again. So he could have sent those units in, like, right away, but they, this is... Who cares about the rest of the map? This is big right here. The Osiris
I think he's going to get away.
Sneaking along the edge here.
Yeah, it's smart pathing by Dobr. So the Contarius couldn't catch up, or the Contarius could catch up, sorry, and that's why he's running to the side and hoping that he doesn't notice it. I
Oh,
would say
that's...
Odinking is significantly ahead now, though, because Dobr is still on.
No,
1
Odinking's
TC.
at 0
Oh,
town centers.
Oh,
The Scarab.
I can't see the graphics, so. But look, it looks like they did end up doing some work
The
there.
solo
Very nice.
Scarab came in. Oh, a villager dead.
Okay.
Uh-oh, we got raided
Ooh.
on these villas. Does the town center go up? He needs to attack the town center with like half of these spearmen. Now, what's he doing? Uh-oh. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. The town center is going down faster than it's being built now. Here come the rest of the units. The son of Osiris got away scot-free. Should have been dead. The Scarab probably should not have killed this town center. It was one town center. This town center gets stopped. We've got Ira Kafing, however you say it, fully upgraded. Contarius chasing. Get 2 of them. But, oh, here's the deconstruct on the Migdol here. Where is Osiris? Where did that guy go? Where is he hiding? Oh, in his
He's
base.
still walking home.
Oh, he's right here.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, son of Osiris is AFK. He knows he should have died, so Dobr should just delete him in interest of fair play. Because, yeah, this push here, if son of
Another
Osiris
chaos will
is
come
here,
down here.
yeah,
I think another chaos will come down here.
I would chaos this, for sure. For sure chaos. I mean, you're not going to get much more value than what you got.
Yeah, he's not. He's actually going to let him build a Midgul up again. So,
Reported for AFK, yes. Alright, there's the chaos. A little bit slow. Oh, good. Actually, good that the Sphinx got its special on the other Sphinx. It does so much damage.
yeah.
The base town center is built. I mean, Odinking's economy, though, is like a complete train wreck right now. But so is Dobr's. And because Son of Osiris has been AFK this whole time, he's got a little bit of trouble here at this gold mine. And, oh, the
Ooh,
spin
nice,
on
nice,
the
nice.
Sphinx. Now, Son of Osiris, start shooting, man. Okay, all right. Get on the other side. Now you can just chop away. Now we finally have Arcus coming. Oh, man.
I think the problem here is that Dobr still has, like, no upgrades on any of his army, and he's against full heavy for everything here.
Heavy Arcus
So he can't
with the first line. And I don't know. I still don't know why he's making slingers.
I don't know either.
I mean, I guess they have a little bit of value against Arcus, but unupgraded slinger, you might as well not train at this point.
Yeah, just make chariots. Just make chariots, spearmen, and Son of Osiris.
This is... Oh, man. Dobr is at 2 town centers. Arcus, just keep throwing away. Oh, he tried to get this Argus to spawn on the Sphinx here. But where's the Son of Osiris? He's here, but he's still not even shooting. He's hiding in the Migdol. What a coward. What a cow. All he's done is run. Yeah, I think, Mouse, the problem is it is running a little bit slower than normal. I think it's because of I'm doing a screen share. So, but that's all right. Oh, target the one that's almost dead.
Good raid.
Oh, if he targets, okay, he's gonna make them all idle. I mean, you could probably just turn and fight it. It only got 76 hit points. Come on.
If Dobr can stabilize, I wonder if there's actually a world where he can gold starve Odinking here, because Odinking doesn't have great gold mines right now.
No, he doesn't. I mean, I don't know why he has all 5 idle. I mean,
he should definitely be gathering from the gold mine next to his 3rd TC, if anything.
Well, it's kind of dangerous.
I mean, I guess it's close to the army too. But if you're split away here, you can't. Like, you have to send army across to defend.
This raid has done so much damage to Odinking.
Yeah.
Like, he's not gathering gold. He's still at 1 town center. His army is out of position. And now Dobr is safe on his gold mine here. He is safe. Eco upgrades. They're looking alright. They're alright. Just first line, though. But yeah, this is so much idle time on this gold mine here. I mean, just turn and fight this. I guess now his army's coming.
That's a lot of units coming though.
Yeah, that's a ton.
I
That's
think
everything.
you could almost just send your Argus, and
Yeah.
the Argus alone probably could have cleaned this up.
Yes, that was a lot of units to come in, and now we've got 4 more idle villagers up here. We've got
he's
Dobr
gonna
with the
CC.
play, grabbing the forward town center. Odinking,
The thing that's interesting to me is he still has no palace, no fanatics,
yeah,
no siege, no destroyers.
Fanatics would shred what Dobr has right now.
Yeah, I think if he had fanatics and Argus, it would have been a lot easier to fight. But not that, honestly, the Contarius are fine here as well because of how unupgraded everything was.
Right.
It was just getting caught on that gold mine kind of killed his economy.
Yes, yeah, he had idle eco for a very long time. The Sphinx probably needs to run back and get rehealed. There, a little bit faster. We'll hasten it up. It's getting late. Dobr should win now. I don't really see a world where he loses.
Yeah.
And redo, as he says that, as he evaluated 1,000 outcomes, and Odinking did not win once. Yeah, I think,
Yeah.
well, I kind of missed it. My bad. Is the solo Scarab killing this town center really set Odinking back, along with this town center being within 100 HP of winning. If this town center went up for Odinking, completely different scenario right now. And that, to me, it kind of shows kind of the cool part of this game is like how little, what am I trying to say? How such little amounts of time can completely change the course of the game. I mean, he was like 4 seconds away from building his town center up there, and he didn't. And now we're at where we are, partially because of that. And now we've got the the Sphinx up here. We'll do some damage. A lot of Arcus here, though. Not quite enough cavalry.
Contarius coming around too.
Yeah, Contarius will come around. So yeah, you can retreat out of here. But here's the benefit of being raw. I don't know why they're running so slowly. Is it because I'm running at half speed here? Kind of. Speed it along here.
Ah, so you're cheating to make them faster.
Yes, but
He does get away though.
if you go like pure camels here, did Dobr lose his
Yeah.
Cyrus?
No, the Son of Osiris is with the army now. It's just a bit slow.
Oh, here he
It's
is.
been having. This is one of the most lazy Son of Osiris I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
he's done
this
nothing.
Guy is, he likes to take breaks.
Like this gold mine should definitely be blocked. But I think he maybe is a little too late to get there. Again, Osiris is like not even shooting. He's got one Contarius targeting him.
Oh, here come the mercs as well.
Yeah, the mercs are gonna be tough to deal with, and I mean, I guess it helps that these spearmen are just. Well,
I do like that the slingers were firing at the palace instead of the Arcus for the majority of that fight initially. But it looks like he's microing him now.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna
Osiris.
lose to the palace.
Oh man, this is why I don't watch my recorded games, because I see stuff like this and it just makes me mad. But I can watch other people's recorded games and take great enjoyment out of it. And there it is, GG right there. Oh man, that was something else.
Yeah, it was quite a roller coaster. I think even after the poor crush because he didn't scout very well, Odinking had a chance to win this game, but it just didn't work when he didn't trap the Son of Osiris after implode. I think that was when the game was lost.
Yeah. I mean, I guess theoretically the Son of Osiris really didn't do anything all game anyway. So maybe it wouldn't have made a difference. It would have been a morale booster.
The thing is, I think it is almost like if you saw that the gold mine or that mid goal when it got deconstructed, if there's not a Son of Osiris there, I think as the Atlantean player, you're just like, oh, I can just flood this. It's fine. This is easy.
Yeah.
But when you see the Son of Osiris, you always have that doubt, like, well, what if this guy just shreds my whole army?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Well, Odinking with the L and Dobr with the win. Update that scoreboard and give him the win that he deserves. Yeah, I don't mind the one town center mythic play here. I don't know if it really should work. But
It was a little bit slow. I think if Odinking reacted a little bit better, he would have been
Yeah.
able to defend it. But
and I hated the mythic from Odinking, but if that implode gets the Osiris, which it should have, it would have been worth it, but it didn't. And not that the Osiris really did anything anyway, but I think you just stay heroic here and just upgrade your Arcus. And then if you lose this town center, I think you would. Like that initial Eclipse push, you would lose this town center regardless. But I think that's okay. You just fall back and then you can defend, because outside of that big Eclipse push, there's not a lot of economy behind that initial push, to where Eclipse is used here, and then you just kind of fall back and just secure this side up with a couple palaces. And then, I mean, even making destroyers just to tank damage, I mean, would be fine too. But I don't know. I think this was a game of just some... It was a game. I mean, it was fun. But I think there's mistakes, kind of substantial ones. But good eco upgrades, though, from Dobr. We can give him that. And in the end, if you're going to do the one town center mythic like Dobr did, the Bast is good. That's, I guess for me, that's never really been a strat that I've used, so I don't favor it. I mean, the problem is if you face a real crush and the crush just goes full hard, Bast gives you almost nothing.
Yeah. The only, I guess the only argument could be that you could send the Sphinx to raid his base, and if he has everything forward, he can't really defend it that easily.
Yeah.
But even then, I think the value of a Shift Sands to just shift the units into a box during the crush is probably substantially better. The real question is, after seeing Mr. Dobr's gameplay here, are you more or less confident for tomorrow?
Man!
Game.
Oh, I don't know. Here, like I said, I hate watching my recorded games because when I watch mine, I see crap like this, and I'm like, shoot, I could have played so much better.
It's very easy to be the observer and be like, you're making mistakes here and here.
Oh,
but
yes.
when you play it, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. I think I should win.
Of course, you're an old boy. That's all we know, right? We never lose. All we know is victory.
I think I should win. If I don't win, I wouldn't say I'd be surprised, because at this point, the way I play sometimes... Let's put it this way. If I play against Dobr like I played against OG and Nenny J, I lose.
I could agree. I could confirm that. I'm pretty sure you would also lose if you played like you did against OG.
And honestly, I'm good for that. Every so often, I show up and the gameplay is just out the window. I did that last season when I played against Mariano week 1. The gameplay was out the window. It was awful. And so then I had my obligatory 1 week throw, and hopefully I don't have a 2 week throw, where I just lost it against OG Nenny J. Not to say he played well too. Good pressure, but it was something else, that series. I mean, shoot. I'm at 4 minutes into the game thinking I'm playing against Kronos, and then he ages up with Ptah. I'm like, well, this isn't Kronos. And then my strat was just completely wrong. But anyway, doesn't anybody care? So yeah, if you're wondering, I do play Dobr within, it's about 12 hours from now. 12 and a half, I think. Play against Dobr. So we'll have some fun. I think it'll be a good match regardless, and it'll be for, I guess, since Dobr won. If he beats me, he gets second place. If I win, I get second place. And then I'd have to take a look at tiebreakers and see
how the rest of the league wraps up. I'll have to take a look and see. But regardless, I don't like to lose. Now, when I do lose, I guess I just lose. But going into it, I'm not planning on losing.
Who's in first place of the group then?
OG Netty J.
Ah, right.
Yeah. The guy who stomped me. So, all right. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I thought I'd mix it up and add a second voice, courtesy of Wizsanji in. The only thing I didn't like is that it did make my recorded games run a little slow. We'll have to figure something out about that next time. Maybe I change something else around. I don't know. But thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys another time about 12 and a half hours from now, hopefully. Will be me versus Dobr. So probably Egyptian wars, I'm thinking, unless I've got something up my sleeve. So anyway, catch you guys later.